What's up everyone, Tony here for part 36 of my first-person HUD-less Red Dead Redemption 2 walkthrough, and today we experience an epic showdown between two old foes here in Blessed Are the Peacemakers. Alright, so we are going to go talk to our good old pal Micah over here to get started with...
Blessed are the Peacemakers, for they shall be called...
Blessed are the Peacemakers.
However it goes.
First four words out of his mouth. They're like, that's good enough. That could be the name. That could be the name of the mission. No problem.
No doubt. Well, you and the old man and Dutch have been running around, digging us ever deeper into shit. Old Mr. Pearson might have gone and lightened the load a little. Pearson! Ain't you curious?
I guess. Gentlemen.
Dutch, you tell him, fat man.
It's peace, Dutch. The O'Driscolls. I mean, I think there's a way.
What on earth are you talking about?
Get the words out properly, fat man.
I met a couple of the O'Driscoll boys.
This is a very story-heavy mission.
But you know how I am in a fight, huh?
Very little actual gameplay here. But it's a really interesting mission, and as we get into it, I'll explain why. I like this mission a lot.
We got to talking, and they suggested a parlay to end things like gentlemen.
Gentlemen. Combe O'Driscoll. Have you lost your minds?
You're always telling us, Dutch. Do what has to be done, but don't fight wars ain't worth fighting.
They want a parley? It's a trap.
Well, of course, it's probably a trap, but what do we got to lose finding out?
Get shot.
We ain't getting shot because you'll be protecting us. It's a trap. You shoot a lot of them. If
This guy's just full of it, eh?
Slim chance.
I don't see the point in any of this.
Sure, it's a trap, but what do we got to lose? It's like, we'll die. That's the definition of a trap. We're gonna get killed. So I think the direction in this
Woman I love.
mission is amazing. Like, look at this shot on Dutch. Beautiful.
It's a long time ago.
And even the acting from Micah here too. It's like they get across this story between Colm O'Driscoll and Dutch
Let's go.
through like facial expressions, and I'm pretty sure this is all like motion capture. Like the voice actors and actors are doing all of this motion capture stuff, and it's like insanely well done. Like I can't even believe that they pull this stuff off as well as they do. It's legitimately like top tier acting in a video game to me. There's a lot of it in this game, but especially this mission. So before I get into it, I want to explain for a second the name of this mission, Blessed Are the Peacemakers. If you haven't finished Red Dead Redemption 1 all the way to the end, I recommend skipping forward about 30 seconds. Okay? So, spoilers for Red Dead Redemption 1. Blessed Are the Peacemakers is written on John Marston's gravestone at Beecher's Hope. I'm not really sure why exactly they call this mission Blessed Are the Peacemakers, if it's a coincidence that that's written on John's grave there, or if there is a connection. I mean, John's not even in this mission, so I'm not exactly sure why or if there is a connection, but I thought that was like, that stood out to me. That, you know, I'm gonna make that connection. Obviously, that's like a pretty key connection there between the two games and characters in these games. Okay, so no more spoilers. Anyways, as I was talking about, the acting in this mission and the use of like facial expressions, especially from Dutch, really gets across this history between him and Colm O'Driscoll. And honestly, I think, as we're gonna see in the next little cutscene coming up here, you're gonna see the kind of like chemistry almost between Dutch and Colm. And to me, it's this mission, among a couple of others, but especially I think this one more than any other. that tells me that if they ever do a Red Dead Redemption 3, if it ever happens, who knows if it's going to happen at this point, but if they do a Red Dead Redemption 3, I could totally see them going a little further back in the past and covering this O'Driscoll Vanderland feud, the history of it, and we'd probably be playing as a young Dutch, and you'd experience it all. And I dare you to watch this cutscene that's coming and tell me you're not at least a little bit interested in the story between these two characters, because this gets so intense. Like, I love it. I couldn't even believe it as this is all stuff I didn't notice in my first playthrough, by the way. We're hearing Micah right now, for example. Every word he says is like tongue-in-cheek. It's so bad. And somehow, look, see, like, Arthur even calls it out, but I never noticed it as much during my first playthrough. Like, just how, like, full of shit Micah is. It's funny they call it out there, but man, it's like on replay you really see Micah as just pure scum. Like every word out of his mouth, like he's not even trying to be like a, you know, like get on our good side or anything. He's just scum from start to finish, all the way through.
I don't know. Try. All I ask is you try.
And we still got Optimistic Dutch, which, that'll last a little longer. Just a little bit. Okay, so keep going. Now I gotta get this vantage point.
Alright. However this shakes out, let's aim to meet back at the fork in the road afterwards.
We'll be there, partner.
Go up here. Right at the edge of this cliff. And I think they are down there right now. Yes, where the bird is. Get out of here, bird. And dead animal. Alright, I got my binoculars. Buddy. Where they at? Where they at? Okay, now watch this. Watch this old-timey Western showdown between Dutch and Colm O'Driscoll. It is awesome. I love it.
Hello, Dutch. It's been a while.
Sure.
So, how's your gang doing? They still believing in you? Better world. Pure world. How's that coming along?
Just fine.
How's that score you stole off us?
Which one?
Cocky.
Oh,
That's a
like
cocky
that.
answer right there.
Like I said, this is a charismatic leader. Lot of heat on us this time. Both of us. Whole heap of trouble. They offered me a price, Dutch, to bring you in.
Why didn't you take it?
Well, still might.
I am sorry about your brother.
Yeah, well, I never liked him much.
I liked Annabelle.
You always loved the ladies, Dutch Vanderlyn. I like that about you.
What are we doing here? Go home. Is this thing over?
Damn it. Poor Arthur. It was a trap. Imagine believing Micah. Imagine believing Micah for 1 second.
I don't know. Colum's got a sense.
Handing him over to the
All
laws.
right.
I don't know. Strange times.
Now I need to just struggle away in my semi-dead form. There's nothing you could do about this. They just grab you no matter what, obviously. again, a lot of this. The first time through, it's like, is that supposed to happen? Can I somehow not let that happen? But nah, that is gonna happen no matter what. Yeah, starting to get a feeling that Micah's up to no good. I don't know. Just starting to get a feeling. But seriously, how good was that showdown between Dutch and Colm? That was great, man. It was so good. They got history. You could just tell. You could just feel it. There he is. And again, if they did a Red Dead Redemption 3, obviously there'd be, you know, Arthur would be involved as well. And he knows this Colm O'Driscoll as well. So even in this little scene, there's some history. You could tell.
Hardly feel it. You will. Septic. Ain't nice. Now, tell me. Fine gun like you. Why are you still running around with old Dutch? Could come ride with me and make real money.
It ain't about the money, Colm.
No. It's Dutch's famous charisma.
Charisma.
Bunch of my boys. 6-point cat.
No, I didn't. That's a lie. That never happened.
You lie, my friend. And I thought Dutch preached truth.
Let me go, Colm. And end all this crap between you two. We all got real problems now.
The way I see it, they get him. They forget about me.
They ain't the forgetting sort. If I were you, I'd run as soon as I had the money.
I know you would. But see, we lure an angry Dutch in to rescue you. Grab all of you and hand you in. Then disappear.
So you only met with him to grab me?
Of course. He gonna be so mad. He gonna come raging over here. And a whole lot of you. And the law will be waiting for him. Arthur,
My evil plan.
I missed you.
What a bad guy. Poor Arthur. Oh God, I'm in first person. This is crazy. Definitely never done this in first person. Hey, it's a blade. Oh, okay, this isn't in first person. I was gonna say, they should have totally did this in first person. It would have been super trippy. You'd be like, what? I don't even know what the hell is going on. Kind of like a QTE, but it doesn't overstay its welcome. You know, this is like desperate measures. We have nothing. Right. He needs to frickin' do this. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Pour a little gunpowder. A little more. And then raise the candle first. Then burn. Oh, you gotta tap. You gotta mash the A button. Hey, Mexico's cool, man.
Hold on, I'll be back in a minute. What the hell?
Stealth kill. Okay, Okay, now we need to sneak out and somehow get on the damn horse.
What's he still doing down there?
Oh god.
It's one thing torturing a man, it's another thing putting him through stories of
Okay.
the homeland. He better
Wait for
hurry
these
up.
guys to walk by.
Be here when the law comes for that side of beef.
And I need to get on my horse.
Morgan's out. Don't let him get to his weapon.
Okay, yeah, so they start shooting at you, but you could just kind of run past and get on the horse. So the cool thing about this that obviously I had no idea from when I first did this mission was your stuff. They like steal your stuff. Oh my god. They steal your stuff, and you're supposed to like sneak into a little shack and kind of get your stuff back. Luckily, if you don't get your stuff back, like I just did, because it's like first person, I'm just tripping out. I just want to get out of here. Like your camp retrieves your stuff, which is pretty awesome. So definitely makes this mission a lot easier than I originally thought. Less stealth involved, but there you go. So that's the walkthrough part of the mission, I guess. Getting out of that little situation. But that was about 95% cutscene. And then this little scene happens no matter what. You kind of pass out on the horse, and it just takes you back to the camp. But I really like it, man. Like I just think Rockstar's so good at like their cinematic stuff when they really focus on it. Like this one, like this was clearly meant to be like a super cinematic, like fairly important story part of the game, and I think it's just really good, just really entertaining, really western feuds and cutscenes and all this, and it's done super well.
Forth.
Bro, where were you?
What's up, Dutch? My boy, my dear.
They're like, oh well, Arthur's dead. Okay, let's go home.
I got away. Yeah, you did. Miss Grimshaw, I need help. Reverend Swanson. He's gonna set the law on us. No, of course he was.
I'm sorry, Arthur.
It is a bit late for apologies.
Dummy.
Swanson, Mr. Morgan. Mr. Morgan, you're safe now.
Oh, let's get him to bed.
You are safe now, Arthur.
Where's that Micah?
You're safe now.
I have words.
That's real pretty. Miss Grimshaw, will you sit with him a while?
Of course. You'll be okay, Mr. Morgan. You're home.
Oh no! I have a wolf! I think I'm just barely dishonorable right now. I'm like right in the middle, 50-50 last I checked. So I guess I'm just barely a little dishonorable, unfortunately. But I will fix that by the end of the game. This is going to be an honorable run, I mentioned in the first episode, I believe. And if you see the wolf there, that means you're dishonorable. If you see the deer, I think you're honorable. We're going to do the honorable thing this time around. Oh my god, look at that. We get a little time skip. Oh my god, Arthur's hair is so long. Gotta get a haircut. You gotta do the canon look for Arthur for this run.
Well, take care of yourself.
Damn, son. Take care of that beard. It's a pretty boy, though. That is some luscious hair, Mr. Morgan. Luscious hair. Poor Arthur. Join me next time for part 37.